Hi, I'm Zac Bowland from Vanguard Diving and Exploration. I'm here to share a story with you today about concerned citizens taking aggressive climate change adaptation actions in the world's most extreme environments. The SN'D Project is a series of first-ever research expeditions to save lives and protect fragile economies threatened by glacial megafloods across the Andes and Himalayan mountains. So what are glacial megafloods, and what are we doing to help protect people from them? High-altitude glaciers are rapidly melting out of our mountains in response to pollution and climate change. As glaciers recede, lakes form in the void left behind, trapping immense quantities of water behind small dams of loose rock and ice. Glacial lake outburst flooding occurs when these feeble dams fail to hold back their accumulated meltwater and rupture violently, releasing a tsunami of rock, ice, and debris onto the people living in the valleys below. Underwater research could help predict which of these lakes poses the greatest threat to downstream communities. However, safely diving these inaccessible lakes requires inventing a hybrid of diving and exploration disciplines to push the limits of human performance in places where rescue by the outside world is often impossible. This challenge has inspired an unprecedented opportunity for innovation. We are pioneering the science of isolation diving to advance the state-of-the-art in underwater exploration and investigate solutions to glacial lake outburst flooding.
Topside, clear to dive chamber. We must be mentally and physically prepared to manage the poorly understood hazards of diving at altitude, as well as properly equipped to handle any emergency situation that may arise while we're all alone in the wilderness. We are training for our missions, similar to how NASA prepared the first astronauts to go to the moon. Part of this process is testing our methods under laboratory conditions, using pressurized chambers, such as this one, that are specially designed to simulate dives at any altitude. Like the first monkey shot into space, we are betting our bananas that our team of talented mad scientists can figure out how working underwater at altitudes up to 20,000 feet affect the human body so that we can accomplish our missions and return home safely. Roger, chamber on bottom.
We are embarking on a series of complex workup expeditions to acclimate our team and procedures to the challenges of working at extreme altitude while keeping you entertained and engaged with frontline climate action.
Topside, clear to decompress. Knowledge is useless if it's not shared, so we are using real-time media and film projects to let you see the impacts of climate change for yourself and show you what people just like you are doing about it. Sail with us into the melting ice of the Arctic Circle. Dive into the world's highest lake atop an awakening sacred volcano, amongst the ghostly wrecks of a World War II ship graveyard, and into the thin air, testing extreme altitude diving procedures inside exploding glacial lakes across the world's most iconic mountain ranges.
We are drawing upon non-traditional sources of research funding by engaging the private sector and social activism for climate action and scientific discovery. So how can you get involved? Independent action requires independent funding. So we are asking you to please help us network and fundraise by sharing our content with your friends, colleagues, and anyone who may be interested in participating, sponsoring, or otherwise supporting this noble adventure. Thank you kindly, and stay tuned.
Vanguard divers.